Hey, I'm Ray, Chubby Ray Comics. I don't buy single issues. I get collected editions, trade paperbacks, omnibuses, and I love them. I love talking about them. And here is what I've read lately, all right? First off, Ed Brubaker's Omnibus Volume 1. I read Brian Michael Bendis's omnibuses, and I loved them. Went right into the Brubakers, so I read this, and it is amazing. Brubaker's so good. The run is so good. It's Daredevil. Matt Murdock is in jail. Wilson Fisk is also in jail. That's how it starts. And so I was wondering, oh my God, how are they going to start with him in jail? And that's how it starts. It also starts with Froggy Nelson dead. Or so Daredevil thinks he's dead. Also what's going on is there's someone else running around as Daredevil. There is even though Matt Murdock is in jail, someone is running around as Daredevil, trying to fight crime in the city. Ed Brubaker does a great job telling a great story. The artwork is fantastic, and the story moves. This book was such a quick read because it's so involved. There's so much. It's a very, very good book. And I don't want to do spoilers, but we find out who's playing the role of Daredevil while Matt's in jail. It leads to Matt getting out of jail and then Matt having to go to Europe. Like I said, Froggy is thought to be dead, but he's actually being held by the FBI. And then we find out who is the one who faked Nelson's death. And I'm telling you, there's a lot of stuff. Plus Daredevil's wife. They're going to wrap up all that stuff too. It is a crazy story. There's great guest stars. Daredevil by Ed Brubaker Volume 1 is fantastic. It's really, really good. That's the first thing I read. My second big read, Nightfall. Batman Nightfall from the 90s. This is the story of how Batman broke his back. It's great stories, really fun artwork, and it's from the 90s. I was getting single issues back in the 90s, and so I remembered a lot of this. I remember the story of Bane, which that's what this book is. This book is the introduction and story of Bane and watching what he does as he decides he is going to take over from Batman in Gotham City. Bane just finds out about Gotham City, finds out about Batman, and decides that he wants to take over Gotham City. He considers Batman to be in charge of Gotham City, and he doesn't like that. That's what you're seeing, and it's a slow build at first as Bane is just in the background, and he's got a plan to weaken Batman. He wants to weaken him by putting Batman through trials and making him do some amazing things in order to take over for him. We also see the introduction of Azrael or Jean-Paul. We see the building of him becoming something. All right. And Tim Drake, of course, plays a big part in this series of books. It is really, really well done. It's a great story. And then, of course, we see Bane. We see Bane break all of the prisoners out of Arkham Asylum. So Batman then has to go through his rogues gallery pretty much one by one. He's got to go through them, and every battle weakens him so that he eventually gets to fight Bane. It is a great omnibus, and it's another omnibus that you fly through because it's so good and it's such a quick read. The only thing is, I remembered while reading it why I wasn't a fan of Jean-Paul. I was never a big fan of his. I never got into the Sword of Azrael or anything. And then I felt as sorry for Batman reading this omnibus as I did when I read the single issues back in the 90s. Batman Nightfall Omnibus is really a fun read. And it just got me all excited and brought up great memories of me because, like I said, I got these when they originally came out, over 30 years ago. So it was just fun to read it again, and a nice memory. Batman Nightfall Omnibus, really good. Now, I've got number 2. I don't know when I'm going to read it because I know number 2, when I got the singles, I wasn't a fan. I'm not a big Jean-Paul fan. I know Volume 3 is coming out in August, I think August 5th, so I'll be getting that soon too. So Nightfall Volume 1's very good. I highly recommend. World's Finest, Secret Origins. This, another good book. Secret Origins is great. You've got Mark Waid and you've got Batman. This is their first meeting, which it's fun. It's fun to see as he's telling these stories about how the two get together. And this book starts out really, really good. This paperback has a very nice start. They're fighting the Riddler, but for some reason, the Riddler is giving clues in Kryptonese. So he's putting out clues with the Kryptonian language, and that's how Superman gets involved with Batman, because of the Kryptonian language, and it leads to someone from the Phantom Zone. Someone from the Phantom Zone is working with the Riddler, and then this person comes out of the Phantom Zone, and they end up taking the place of Batman. Batman gets trapped in the Phantom Zone, and this person gets out of the Phantom Zone. The beginning stories of this paperback are fantastic. After those beginning issues, there's a Metallo story, and that was kind of, And then there is a Challengers of the Unknown story, which is kind of, Then there's a Lex Luthor and Joker story, which is, And then there's Batmite and Mitzix Pitlick, which is, So this book went from really, really top notch with the Secret Origin stuff to just uninteresting schleck. Now, the best thing that I've read in the last week, right here, Batman and Robin Memento. This is fantastic. Batman and Robin, now written by Philip Kennedy Johnson, who weaves just a great tale. I mean, it's really good. It's got to do with Batman's past, and it's got to do with Damian. A lot of this book is Damian adjusting, and that was when Joshua Williamson was writing it, and even now with Philip Kennedy Johnson, it's got a lot to do with how Damian handles things. It's really good. This book is really, really well done. The background story about how Bruce learns things, who was teaching him. There's a mystery involved. I don't want to give any spoilers, but let me just say, I highly, highly, highly recommend this book. This was 4.5 stars from me. I really liked Batman and Robin, the new trade paperback. Memento, I can't wait for the next one. Really a big fan of it. The best thing I read. So I got this, I've got World's Finest, I would skip. And then I've got the omnibuses, Batman Nightfall, and Ed Brubaker's Daredevil. These are all great. Now, what I didn't get to read, and I rarely do this is something I didn't get to, but I read the first few pages of it, and man, it's really going to be fun. This is Scott Snyder, Dark Spaces Wildfire, and I read the first few pages of it, and I really liked it, so I'll be definitely reading this for my next What I Read. So this will be next week. Anyway, I thank you so much for watching this. Let me know what you read. Like, follow, comment, and tell me what you read. I'd love to hear what you guys are reading, and share with me. I'm Chubby Ray. Thanks for watching.